Spend a day with me on my off-grid homestead in the mountains. It's time to feed the animals, and I always start with the cats because they're the ones who will harass me to death until they get their food. We have 4 cats all together because they make sure we have no mice, and when you have no mice, you generally have no snakes. I had an apple that I didn't want to go bad, so I brought it to the chickens and the goose so they could have a little treat. We recently got a new flock of chicks. They're all different breeds to produce a rainbow assortment of eggs. They're about 2 weeks old and they have to get fresh food and water every day, and we still keep their warming light on for now. They're staying in our mudroom for a couple more weeks before they go outside. Then I turn on our well pump to make sure that everybody has water. We have 2 spigots. One goes to the house, the other one goes to where we feed the animals. I also have to water the greenhouse, which really has nothing but cannabis in it because I haven't planted much else, but it is what it is. My puppies have been working my last damn nerve. They tear up everything just as puppies do, but they're constantly pulling the water bucket out of the water bucket holder that we made so that they couldn't topple it over. Now I switched the spigots over so I can put water in the house and get our drinking water. I refuse to drink any water out of the RV system, so we fill up these 2 water buckets right here and we put them through a reverse osmosis water filter to filter out the excessive sodium that we have in our well water. In the future, we plan on getting an entire system reverse osmosis filter, but we haven't gotten there yet. I came back from out of town yesterday and brought some chicken and rabbit feed, so now I have to bring it over to them because I am not lugging 50-pound bags all the way over there. Because I have chronic fatigue syndrome, I have to work smart, not hard. I have to utilize tools and make sure that I take rest breaks and stay extra hydrated. This little wagon saves so much of my energy, and I must say it's my most used tool around the homestead. I'm always trying my best not to have to turn Zeus the goose into a roast, so I take this little stick in there with me so I can keep him away, because if he attacks me, he's done. I have to mix the new feed with the old feed, which is not a part of my regular routine and definitely adds on more time to my morning chores. We're not sure if we're going to keep these rabbits because we don't know how they were bred. We're not sure what breed they were, and I've been looking at New Zealand rabbits that are big and fat and would produce way more meat than these itty-bitty rabbits. Well, the top came off of their feed barrel, so everything in there got destroyed and moldy and nasty, so now I have to clean it out. I'm sure there's fly larvae and all kinds of stuff in it, so it adds a little bit more time onto my usual morning routine. We also decided to let the boy rabbits just flop around free all over the chicken run. They've been doing well. They seem really happy because we don't know if we want to keep breeding these right now. Running water lines and spigots throughout the property is on our to-do list, but our to-do list is very, very long. So for now, I just lug this hose around to do all of my chores, clean everything, and make sure everybody has water. This time of year, we're getting 6 to 8 multicolored eggs from our 10-layer chickens. This feeds the cats, the dogs, and us, but doesn't leave much left over. All that usually takes an hour. Then it was time for a shower, siesta, lunch, and a nap. And now I'm back. I then realized I forgot all about my hen that my puppy decided to use as a chew toy the day before. I had to check on her, get her some food and some water. She has to be kept separate from all the other hens because they will peck her wounds to death. Chickens are crazy. So she's staying in a dog crate in the carport for now. Her crate was a little bit wet, so I put more hay in there, then gave her her food and her water. She's healing just fine. It's just going to take a while. I try to brush our wolf dogs every day. They're not wolf dogs, they're Kangals, but they have so much hair. My husband got home to help me with the biggest task of the day, which was trimming the wings off of our chickens. They have been flying out of the chicken run, and that's why they have been getting attacked by the puppies. We need to keep them in, and this only has to be done once a year, and we only have to trim 1 wing per bird. It doesn't hurt them. It's like trimming their nails, and it's a lot quicker and easier than putting a top on the chicken run. The last regular chore of the day is feeding the dogs. They get a high-protein kibble for active working dogs and 1 egg to each of their bowls that they really enjoy. After Joey got electrocuted and lost part of her tongue and 7 of her front teeth, she started really guarding her food with the other dogs, so we had to separate them while they eat. Today is the first official day of our kid-free summer. The boy is gone for a couple of months, so it's time for me and him to enjoy ourselves.